Methods of resolving conflicts.
Sorry, that was a client of mine. Anyway, before you pick on the approach to resolving your conflict, you should look at the type, nature, and magnitude of the conflict, as well as the level of understanding of the parties involved.
All right. The methods?
Patience. First, there is the parliament, which is responsible for passing laws. These laws help control crime, which would otherwise cause conflicts. What I am trying to say here is that laws define what is good or bad conduct. You feel me?
Yeah.
And by obeying and protecting them, you are in a way reducing conflicts. Also, whenever people are in conflict, there are rules that should be followed to end the conflict amicably.
So, after passing the laws, the government bring in the police to ensure we obey them. Is that right?
Of course, that is what they are trained to do. Their presence and patrols help control crime. Whenever disagreement turns violent, like in land disputes, ethnic clashes, and riots, they are called upon to restore calm.
And a responsible citizen should report crime to the police or the area chief.
And that is called community policing. It helps reduce crime and conflicts. Sometimes, peacekeeping missions may involve both police and the army being taken to other countries to help resolve conflicts.
Like our KDF in Somalia and Sudan?
Very updated boy. The police arrest and takes to court anyone suspected to have broken the law. In some cases, an individual called the complainant takes another individual known as the accused to court. A court judge then listens to the case and passes a verdict based on the availability of evidence and in accordance with the law. The verdict is binding to both parties, but can be repealed should one party feel dissatisfied.
Of course, that's what you do. You prosecute cases as a lawyer.
That's correct. But when this is done outside the court, the method is known as arbitration. The parties in conflict appear before a neutral person, known as the arbitrator. The arbitrator listens to both parties, then gives his or her verdict, which is binding to both parties. His decision is final and therefore cannot be repealed.
That's tough, but considering the intervener is a neutral person, I think it's fair.
Yep. Moving on, we have religious action. Church leaders have been known to reconcile families or followers. Many a times, religious leaders are called upon to help resolve conflicts of political nature.
Our pastor sits in the elders' council of our clan whenever there is conflict to be resolved.
Of course, some conflicts in the community, like those dealing with marriage and inheritance, can easily be sorted out by elders. The warring parties appear before the elders, who listen to their sides of the story before giving a verdict. Sometimes, the parties involved are made to drink and eat afterwards as a show of reconciliation.
So, what if the conflict involved Kenya and another country?
Good question. That is the right time to apply diplomacy. Here, the warring countries pick ambassadors or representatives who then sit and resolve the conflict. This can involve making compromises and signing treaties to end the conflict. The United Nations plays a big role in conducting international diplomacy for warring nations.
That's good information, Miss Emily. Is there a way I can understand these methods more in depth?
There is always a way, Luanda. Next time I am handling a case in court, I will invite you so that you understand the process well.
That would be so nice of you. But in the meantime...
Remind me what we have discussed.
Oh no. Okay, fine. Before you choose the best way to resolve a conflict, you should look at the type, magnitude, and nature of that conflict.
Correct.
The methods of resolving conflicts are so many, including arbitration, diplomacy,
Right.
court action, policing, religious leaders, elders, among others.
Good boy. What do you want to eat for lunch?
Samaki ugali.
Let's go now. I will discuss the process involved in resolving conflicts afterwards.
You are sweet.